Good morning, everybody. Showing up the King. What's going on? Here to do my weekend review for the Ultimate Spider-Man Episode 4, titled Iron Spider. Now, I gotta say, off the top of my head, this was actually another solid episode following last week's episode with Venom. Let's get started. The episode starts off with them fighting the living laser, Spider-Man. I think a lot of people saw this preview from the promo for the show when they were doing the him swinging around and turning to a toaster and the whole thing. And today in this video, I typically have a running theme where I talk about him and his inner monologues. With inner monologues, I don't actually have an issue with, but I do typically have an issue with the cartoony cutaways and stuff like that, and the overall seriousness of the show. But I'm not going to complain about that today. I'm going to do something a little different, and I'm going to just talk about the basics of the show. So again, they're fighting the living laser. It's Spider-Man and his crew. Um, we won't have to go through all the names again because if you've been watching, you already know. So they're fighting living laser, and Iron Man shows up to and he disperses living laser and he gets away. Now, one thing I will say is I'll pause there to say that the Iron Man design that they have for the show is actually kind of epic. I really, really, really like the Iron Man that they did. The animation style, the way he flies, how he came through breaking the sound barrier. It was just like it was good. It was really good. And the reason why I say that is because Iron Man actually already has a show that's on TV right now. I think it's called Iron Man Armored Adventures, and it's like him as being a teenager. And whenever they take superheroes and try to turn them into teens, I typically have an issue with that. And also, I don't really like the way that show handles his character in the first place. But again, this review is about Ultimate Spider-Man, not Iron Man Armored Adventure, so I'll continue. So anyway, Iron Man comes in grand fashion. It's epic. He comes in and he tells Spider-Man, he tells Spider-Man that, hey, you're a pretty smart kid, and you should check out my come by Stark Enterprises. I got something for you. So of course Spider-Man shows up, and da 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 da, we have the Iron Spider suit. Now, backstory: this actually came from comics, and again, there's a lot of you out there who don't follow comics, but you know, it did come from the comics. It came from a Civil War storyline where Captain America and Iron Man, they were on opposite sides of the Registration Act, and Spider-Man in the comics actually took Tony Stark's side. So, and he actually revealed his identity to the world. So Spider-Man put his identity out there, and Tony actually did build him the Iron Spider suit, and it actually kind of mirrored. I was actually waiting for this episode for a while because when I saw in the previews that he was going to actually get the Iron Spider suit, I was actually really excited because again, that's probably one of the best techs that I've seen Spider-Man have. Not the stupid spider cycle, or not even the advanced web balls that he used, which is actually kind of cool. I just don't really like that motorcycle. But anyway, he gets into the Iron Spider suit, and he's of course uh, a bungling buffoon in it at first. He can barely fly. He's crashing and destroying things, but of course, Spider-Man is cocky. Um, and even in the training, with him training with the group, he's messing everything up. And of course, that translates when he tries to fight the living laser again for the second time, and the living laser ends up. Well, I was gonna say the living laser ended up hurting Spider-Man, but Spider-Man ended up hurting himself, and ended up getting a gash in his armor, and living laser was able to get into it and take over his armor. And then when he did that, he confronted Tony Stark as Iron Man, and they had a brief fight. And Iron Man had to take down his defenses and allow Living Laser to then jump into Iron Man and take over his suit. So then, of course, Spider-Man had that epiphany moment. It's like, oh my God, what have I been doing? So he goes and he tinkers with the actual suit himself, and makes it better, makes it more like him. So I guess the issue was he was Spider-Man in an Iron Man suit versus being Spider-Man in a Spider-Man suit. If you get what I'm trying to say. So basically, he made it more to tailor him, and they went back to confront Iron Man again, and then the battle ensues. The battle itself was actually pretty cool. We got to see him use his armor a little bit more, and overall, they were able to defeat Living Laser and saved the day. Now, overall, I'll give the episode a solid 3.5 out of 5. Really enjoyed it. In the end, he did get another modification to the Iron Spider suit where it compels into a backpack. So now it looks like we will be getting more of the Iron Spider suit, which is great because I do want to really see him use that more. Because again, I actually do like the suit. I'd like to see what else he can do with it. It looks awesome. I mean, come on, that's probably that's a badass Spider-Man suit. We can't deny that, especially when you have the repulsor blast too. That's actually kind of cool. So I don't disagree with him getting it again. I just want him to learn how to use it so that we can actually see him kick ass in the suit and not be a bumbling fool with it. So definitely am happy about that. Now, on a side note, one of the things I definitely wanted to talk about overall is the tone of the show. Now, I'm starting to really realize how they're trying to treat this show, and it is very much marketed to younger kids. That's why they more than once they did the whole jumping scene to the superhero squad. And I know you guys know what superhero squad was. Literally, it was the miniature version of the Marvel universe that they try to they kind of marketed to kids like between 5 and 7, I think. And like I said, I watched a couple episodes, but it was just too corny for me. Again, I'm an adult. I can't appreciate that show because it's a little bit too kiddie. So I can only dull down my expectation. I can only dull myself down enough to a point before I can tolerate it. So for me, the superhero squad was just too kiddie for me, which is fine. I'm not not everything is supposed to be geared towards a certain person. So I'm fine with that. But overall, like I said, the show is definitely geared towards the younger audience, and that's cool. But I still enjoy the show overall. I just want to know what you guys think. Did you guys like the episode? Did you not like the episode? Rate it, comment, subscribe. I love doing these videos, and I hope you guys do enjoy them. I want to do them every week, and that's about it. So this is Sean of the King. Oh, on a side note, the Marvel Universe is definitely doing a better job than DC Universe. I will definitely say that. But I will say, even though this isn't related to Ultimate Spider-Man, the other day I did watch the Young Justice episode where they were taken over by the Starro Tech, and it was epic. It was epic. So, if you guys want to hear about that, I'll do a review on that as well. Just let me know in the comments section below. All right, Sean of the King. Peace out.